was a coincidence of time, place, and necessity. I am sorry for what I did, but it was done for the hope of a better future.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
I hoped only to explain, not to pacify you, not to pardon my actions. Can you be pacified, or is revenge your goal?
Once revenge can undo the damage you've done, no.
To take a full tally of the damage I have done, one would have to stretch their gaze hundreds of lifetimes before yours, Watcher. I cannot undo what I have done, but perhaps I can help make a better future for us all.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the god's true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
I'm honored.
Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Well, let's not let that happen then.
I will do my best. Do yours, Watcher.
The edges of Aethys' massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten, until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys' figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom...
Whoops, skipped that. Oh well. What's that happening?
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere. We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission.
Slaughter is never a holy mission.
You have never fought to defend something. Very fortunate. Or cowardly. We must go. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
What's up here? Please tell me there's something good. After all I went through to get here. At the very least you can tell me there's something good. A grenade. Lovely. I don't know what good that'll do, but nice. They're retreating. Yay.
Don't let the door hit your scaly behinds on the way out.
Oh yeah, love hugging big shiny rocks much as the next freebooter. But mayhaps you want to be explaining the whole insensate drooling bit, Captain.
I was rather hoping someone else would bring that up.
Can I say no?
You got something to tell us.
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time, so I take it that's a good sign?
It feels strange. It's strange feeling a part of my soul in the body of a god.
Well, where's my god headed now?
You'll have to follow me if you want to find out more.
It's a good thing we're old friends.
So you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Ugh, had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention been made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
That's Can I not use a grenade on that? I'd say shall I try visiting that dude's chamber again and see if I can open that door, but again, not a clue where it was. Something's got around there. Made it down this time. What's in here?
I'll get it. Got it.
Now you open.
I've got it.
Hey you.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? No, I've gotta stay.
Okay.
Gotta finish while slowly, Aimuro. I'm writing it all down. My wrist, do you need something? If not, I should focus. Just the one, just the one. Someone came and took it. Oh, that was you.
I can help them reach you.
Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. I must see that my work survives.
Oh well then. Let's get this cannonball out of the way. Don't know if it'll actually hit anything, but, you know, it'll be nice if it does. All these armaments and there's not a single piece of cannonball armor. Why do I call it cannonball arm? It is a cannonball, well, ball. Let's fire this thing then. See what damage it does. Load the bombard. Fire! It hit no one! Whoa! They all left. Oh well. Let's get back down to the docks.
Scale-bellied cowards! Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they?
You underestimated the dangers here before. It'll be unwise to do so again.
Of course. We'll rebuild bigger and better, with reinforced walls. The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against.
Where can I find the hands anyway?
She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nekataka. Though she gets called to the palace often. Looking for a real chap? The only thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire. But anything can be clear skies.
What's the weapons like? I've got what seems to be a good one. Fine. What if there's a shop around here of some sort? Let's check in here, see if this place has a shop. How long have you played this game for? Over 5 hours. If you're talking about in total. Ooh, well over a week. Why has this place not got a shop? Why has that place not got a shop? It should have a shop. Maybe I'll find a shop and I get it going. I don't know. Come on. Where are we now? Guess I should leave. So well, one of two things to do. One, go to this palace, or two, go to the Ashen Moor. That's not good. A Sangor is a mound of wreckage on the horizon when you see a dozen junks sailing towards you. Even at this distance you can tell they are making good speed. Now one of the ship pulls up alongside yours and well-dressed man approaches the edge of the deck. You do not recognize him, but he grins cryptically at you. I am Astura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company and Special Emissary of the Ranganui of Rautai. He nods, but he's gazing towards Hasangor with a peculiar smile. The Ardra beacon, visible even here, shines brightly. It surprises me that you have largely escaped notice in the streets of Nekataka. I suspect that will soon change. What's this about? I want to extend the thanks of the Royal Deadfire Company for what you've done here. He raises one hand towards the Ardra beacon. He restored a valuable asset. Whether or not that was your intention, he gives you a quick sly smile. The others at the palace will want to hear of this, no doubt, and you may as well take credit for the deed while the deed is fresh. There's no time. Aethys went to the Ashen Moor in Morgan's Teeth. I must follow him. I need to reach the Ashen Moor in Morgan's Teeth. It's a It's as though through a cold wind that blown over the deck at the mention of Morgan's Teeth. The Ruitian's sailors stare at you in shock and horror. Those who are not frozen with their mouths agape are whispering forcefully amongst themselves. Astra silences them with an unreadable glare. He turns back to you with a brittle smile and does not reach his eyes. Forgive my compatriots, Morgan's Teeth is a volcanic chain along the northern edge of Deadfire. It is also among the most treacherous places in this archipelago. He casts a glance back at the anxious sailors. The waters around it are patrolled by giants, said to be born of Margren's own volcanoes. Even our well-armed ships do not venture there. He tilts his head in apology. But I suspect Queen One Kaza could direct you to the Ashen Moor if you are set on going there. All the more reason to visit her palace. He smiles cryptically. Go to the Serpent's Crown in Nekataka and later come and see me at the Brass Citadel. I am always eager to forge relationships with such resourceful individuals. At any rate, I am much of a tender, and it seems you do as well. Clear skies, Captain. Atsura nods his crew and makes ready to sail once more. He seems weird. I'm gonna go to Nekataka anyway. Let's head there. We are running low on supplies for food and water. Great.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
Maybe try dawn next time?
Your preference has been noted.
The Pallid... You can't be certain, but you think you might see the barest hint of a smile tugging at the edges of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned.
He makes for Morgan's Teeth.
Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
Wow, that's weird.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga. Each of them eyeless. They are Wal.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages, and we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
Say nothing.
We see between the strings of the world, and Aethys is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays we do not know. It is complex, ever shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
I'm impressed by his single-mindedness.
Hunger will drive the most pathetic of beasts to desperate acts of bravery. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you.
That's gotta hurt.
Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, you're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Eothas, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just quenched steel.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom.
The other gods don't seem too
He
concerned.
violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Margaret would stir the earth beneath Margaret's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder, and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Magrin returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Aora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him, but I will bear down upon Eothas with
Go
all
for
the
a
heat
bit
and
and
fury of the
enjoy some
earth.
game and go
If I must.
deal with the stream. Good luck with the stream. But yeah, thanks, dude. I'm glad you were here. I hope you enjoy your time. You should seize this opportunity and to slaw him where you can. That might not be another chance.
The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Magrin dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the pallid night stands impassive.
My end comes to all things, and should Eothas care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
If he hopes to bring about the end of the world, he'll die too.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
I'll do my best.
Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Bareth's realm, and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes.